Hi everyone, welcome back to the Dr. Sia channel. In the video here today, we're going to be talking about how come people keep ghosting you. Let's get started. Now, just before we start, I want to say, look, there are a lot of people who are out there who are ghosters. They ghost for a variety of reasons, and I'll be creating a series that I'll be releasing here on this website about why people from different attachment styles ghost. Now, setting that aside, why are people ghosting you? How come you keep getting ghosted? How come you just keep finding that irrespective of what happens when you start dating, that at some point they just sort of up and bounce on you? So, sorry, I started choking on my own spit. All right, so why do you get ghosted? There are several reasons why that could be happening, and I'm going to be talking about what I think are the top reasons why you get ghosted. So the number one top reason why you get ghosted is because you date ghosters, meaning that you date people who tend to have an avoidant attachment style mostly, or they have an ambivalent attachment style or a disorganized attachment style. And these people, for different reasons, will be ghosting you. So the number one top reason why you would be ghosted is not because of anything that you are doing in particular. It just seems that you keep dating people who are ghosting kind of people, or people who behave a lot in the way of a ghoster, if you will. So that's your number one reason. And I know that then raises a lot of other questions about, like, well, what does that mean? What do I do about that? What's that about? Well, I have so many other videos on this channel here, and check them out and learn more about these different attachment styles. But in essence, what we tend to do is that we tend to try to find people who are similar to our, if you will, blueprint. And when people fit this blueprint, then we just find that we over and over in the same cycle find a person, fit that person into the blueprint that we have about the kind of partner that we should be having, and then they end up ghosting you. So that's the number one reason. The second reason why people keep ghosting you is because there is some reason why you are difficult to talk to. For some reason, in the eyes of that person who's ghosting you, you are difficult to separate from, you are difficult to break up with, you are difficult to let know that there are issues with you. And there are several reasons why that could be. And that again comes back to attachment styles. So you might have an avoidant attachment style, and you might expect that you're going to be rejected. And so people might ghost you because they find that it's really difficult to get close to you, and it's really difficult to connect to you, and they sort of find that you never really gave anything back. So because of that, they sort of ghost you because there's no real attachment there, and they might even have a beef with you for whatever reason, but they don't expect that conversation is going to go well. Now, another thing that might be going on with you, that might be why people ghost you, is that you might be having an ambivalent attachment style. So basically, you might find that these people ghosted you because they thought that you are going to get overwhelmed, that you're going to just take it too harshly, that you're going to react too strongly. So they thought that the better way to deal with it is to just disappear rather than to have to be there when you have this sort of emotional breakdown from their perception. Again, I'm not the one who is a ghoster, so please don't beat up on me as I'm saying this, but these are just perceptions and ideas about why people ghost you. And then finally, it might be that you have a disorganized attachment style, and you actually might be getting a little bit, if you will, violent or over the top, or just too much. And in that sense, for the same reason as with the ambivalent attachment, the person might ghost you because they might be afraid that you might actually smack them across the face, or you might do something abusive, or even worse, you might really hurt yourself, which is the most common reason people ghost disorganized people, which is that they're afraid that they're going to hurt themselves. And often the person with the disorganized attachment will even say, if you leave me, or if I find out something XYZ, I'm going to kill myself. So then you might find that people just ghost, that sort of leave and just disappear and bounce because they don't want to hang around when all of that intensity of self-punishment and self-sacrifice and self-doubt and self-rejection and the neglect and the hate and all that happens. They don't want to be around for that. So there's two reasons why people get ghosted. One is that you might be dating ghosters, or there might be something going on with you that makes it difficult for another person to communicate with you. Now, again, I respect you. You're just a human being, and I understand that, and we all have our problems. And of course, I'm saying this not so that you go and beat up on yourself, but I'm saying this so that if you do think that there's a pattern going on there for you where you're maybe too avoidant or ambivalent or disorganized, that you're going to, take yourself to therapy, you can do something about it, and you will find that people stop ghosting you, because through intensive short-term dynamic psychotherapy, ISTDP, you'll find that the therapy helps you not just better spot people who have attachments that don't feel good for you, and would be ghosters, if you will, but you'll also find that you will be able to better work on the aspects of you that make it easier for another person to connect with you and actually let you know if there are any issues that they have. So this brings me to the third reason why you might be getting ghosted, which is that whoever was with you in that time, whoever was with you in the relationship, in the date, or whatever you were doing, is that they might have simply found through these micro interactions with you that it's really quite difficult for you to hear what their concerns are. You might be avoidant, for example, and expect rejection, and the person might be going, I want more emotion from you, I want you to come out more, I need more from you, and you might have just not been able to respond to that. Or it might have been that they've had these micro arguments with you, and you've expected that they're going to abandon you so much that they've sort of seen in these arguments that really, you're not really hearing them. You keep thinking that they're going to leave, and they're not saying they're going to leave. All they're saying is that, they felt hurt by this or that, and they want you to stop. So again, it comes down to these sort of microtransactions, if you will, micro conversations and arguments between you that sort of start piling up for that other person, and they start thinking, you know what, I'd rather just bounce. I can't talk to this person. So really, this third one is quite confusing, because in this third one, you didn't get ghosted. They tried to communicate with you. They tried to tell you. They tried to let you know. And okay, they didn't say the words, I'm out, this is over. But in many other ways, they were continuously and perpetually trying to let you know that, this isn't going well and they don't want this anymore. So those would be three reasons why, you might have gotten ghosted. I hope you enjoyed this video. I mean, it's not a very enjoyable topic, is it? Anyway, I hope you learned something from it. I hope you got something from it. I hope if you're finding yourself in either of these patterns, being a ghoster or being the ghostee, if you will, that, take yourself to therapy, particularly take yourself to intensive short-term dynamic psychotherapy, because it's an excellent therapy that can do a lot about these things. I hope you enjoyed. Please drop a like, please drop a comment, please subscribe, press that bell button so I pop up on your phone next time when you're thinking about ghosting. I'll be like, I'm never gonna ghost you. Not a ghoster. Anyway, all right, I'll see you next time.